Well, if I can find a queue action at some weddings, I'm going to love it.
The backlash makes me horny.
We're up for the banter.
It's a comedian.
Hello, welcome back to That Josh James Show. It's a podcast for the geezers.
And their birds.
As ever, I'm joined by Romford's number one podcaster. It's Chrissy White, aka Whiteboy. You all right, mate?
I'm good. How are you?
I am feeling all right today.
Just all right.
Yeah, just all right. Just all right, you
I
know.
feel fucking fantastic.
Do you feel fantastic? Yeah.
You know why?
Go on.
Back in the gym.
Yep.
Early doors, every morning, 5:45 till 7:15. You know what the difference is this time? Because I know you're like, yeah, I've heard it, mate. Gym buddy.
Who's your gym buddy?
My mate James.
Yeah.
Accountability.
Go on. Give him a shout out.
No, I don't do that anymore. Shout out James. What a legend. What an absolute legend.
I always think that comment that someone left on that video.
What did he say?
Fucking hell, Whiteboy must have shouted out half of Essex by now.
And what's the other one?
Oh,
My family's
mate,
definitely from Acne.
That just tickled me bad. Still tickles me today.
Yeah, well, look, James is a nice geezer. So you know what it is about training early doors, right?
Yeah.
Some days you'll wake up and you just be like, oh, mate, I can't be fucking bothered to go gym.
Yeah.
But I know my mate James, shout out James,
Can't let him down.
he's going to be there.
Yeah.
And he thinks the same, vice versa. And we ain't missed a day. 3 weeks,
Nice.
every morning.
Still early in the relationship. You're in a honeymoon period, mate.
We are, but
Still, if you're that committed in 6 months' time.
we shall see. And talking about committed to training,
Facts.
facts.
Don't you hate, by the way, when people go, someone says something, someone goes, yeah, facts.
Yeah.
You're like, it's not always a fact though, is it?
No, have you crossed?
Usually when
cross-checked
someone
these facts?
goes, yeah, facts, you think, well, actually, that's quite disputable whether that is actually a fact.
Seems more like an opinion.
That's you just trying to hammer home your point
Yeah,
because
emphasise.
you want it to be true. You know what I mean?
Tell you what other one I don't like. Bet.
Bet.
They're like, yeah, bet.
I never heard that.
Yeah, it's like, I think the whole thing is like, yeah, I'd bet money on that. You say
Oh,
something,
really?
they're like, yeah, bet.
Yeah.
Yes.
No cap.
All cap.
Cap. What does that even mean?
I
Does
don't know
cap
what
mean
that
if you're
means.
wearing a cap, you're lying?
Nah, I think it's like to do with capital letters.
No, I don't think it is.
What's it mean, Chike?
Chike are ambassador for the streets over there. Yeah, no cap. When
No
people
cap.
go no cap, I'm just like, I don't know what that is, but I think it means like you're lying. Like no cap means that I'm not lying.
See, what's another one that's really annoying me, which is just like an Americanism that's found its way into our culture, especially among the youth.
Go on.
Let's go.
Let's go. It's like Harry Kane. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. When Spurs got through to the Champions League final, he done that video. He's like, let's go. Let's go. I'm just like, Harry Kane, I love you, man. Like, Spurs is probably best ever player.
Yeah, definitely Spurs' best ever player.
Don't sound like,
Apart from
yeah,
Ledley
definitely.
King.
Like, we
Apart
had
from Ledley King.
mate, we had loads of fucking great players.
You actually have.
We actually have, but Harry Kane, I think in terms of, I mean, mate, how the fuck, I mean, this is not a football podcast, but how Tottenham have not built a team round. I mean, you don't often get England's leading ever goal scorer.
No.
Someone who grew up in Chinkford, like stone's throw from Tottenham. Captain, and a good geezer. Anyway,
Couldn't
yeah.
get the job done.
Couldn't
Couldn't get the
he
job done.
couldn't
mate.
go after all that let's go.
No.
He couldn't actually go. Do
Couldn't
you know
go.
what I mean?
Couldn't go, mate.
Let's go! And everyone else is like, let's no.
Yeah, don't like that one. Let's go.
Let's calm yourself down, you Spurs. You're not going to actually win anything.
No, you're not.
So, but, you know, semi-finals, Europa League.
Semi-finals of the Europa
Could
League.
be the year, mate. This could be the year.
It's not the Royal one, is it?
Well, it's better than the one that West Ham won.
It's
at
better
least.
than the West Ham
Yeah,
one,
it's
but
not quite the
it's
Champions
still
League.
a silver medal, isn't it? No.
Listen, I think Europa League, like UEFA Cup, I think that's a good trophy to win.
Yeah, it's okay.
Especially for Tottenham.
It's okay, but it's like, I'll tell you what it's like. So in the golf world, you got like scratch tournaments, which is like the real deal.
Yeah.
And then you've got like handicap levels, right? So I'd be playing in like the third tier. That's the one that West Ham won. Then you'd have like the 10 handicappers playing in the equivalent of the Europa League. And it's like, if you say you won that, yeah, granted you won it, you did well, but you didn't actually win it, did you?
Well, that's up for debate.
It's exactly the
but-
same. It's like, basically, I know if I said to my brother, you know, your fella, oh, I won that tournament, he'd be like, so? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't count, mate.
Yeah, he's real.
He's a horrible geezer, yeah.
he's in the same mould as the likes of OSB and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Of like, nah, you got to do it properly.
Yeah.
You ain't done.
But I'm pretty sure the OSB was buzzing when
They're
West
the
Ham
geezers
won
in
that
the pub
moody third-tier
that
trophy.
are just like put down anyone's achievements. Like, yeah, but
There's always a but
you know what? I
attached.
achieved this actually. I've done this, I've done that. Yeah, but you ain't this. You ain't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Sell out the Hackney Empire, and I still have the OSB going. Yeah, but he ain't that funny, is he? Really? But he ain't funny, fella. He ain't like.
It ain't the O2, is it?
He ain't fucking Roy Chubby Brown, you know what I mean? That's a proper comedian, that is. You know what I mean?
How is the OSB? Have we got an update?
I was going to call him the other day, actually. Went to check in on him. I hope he's listening again, because he's been getting a lot of mentions lately.
He has.
And I hope he's doing all right. But I need to check in on him.
He's a legend of the game, and mate, so I know you haven't seen it, but I'm sure a lot of the listeners have. This new program out, Mobland, right? It's fucking fantastic. Anyway, is his name Jeff Bell?
Jeff Bell, yeah.
Ringer for the
Yeah, he
OSB.
looks exactly like him, yeah.
It's an absolute ringer. I'm sitting there watching it with my missus. My missus is like, he looks like the OSB.
Yeah, no,
I'm
yeah,
like,
he
mate.
looks just like the OSB.
Absolute ringer. And you know what it is in this program? So like, obviously he's in marching powder, but he's got like this crazy hair going on. In this one, he's got like a slick back.
Yeah.
And it's just an absolute ringer for the OSB.
Absolutely. We met Jeff Bell at the Rise of the... Well, I say we met him. Didn't really meet him. We asked him for a photo at the Rise of the Foot Soldier premiere. Someone was like, do you think I should say to him, you look just like my old man? And I was like, nah, let's just get the photo, I reckon, mate. You look, you just like him, and just be like, yeah.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, no, good actor.
Good actor. Yeah.
Very good actor. I believe him. He's a scary geezer.
Yeah, nice.
Always plays the same sort of roles, but plays them well.
Oh, mate, he very convincing, isn't it? I mean, he's an actor
incredibly.
at the end of the day, but very menacing. He could be very menacing.
Menacing,
yeah.
good word. It's exactly
Yeah,
what he is.
exactly what he is. So,
Yeah, mate.
but listen, you've got a bit of news that you told me you may well be doing a physical activity, talking about sport next year.
Yes, mate. So, London Marathon was yesterday. I don't know when this is going to come out, but congratulations to everyone that run the London
Yeah,
Marathon.
well done.
Huge achievement. Anyway, I've reached out to a charity, shout out Aspirations.
Tell us a bit about Aspirations.
Addiction charity in Southend, run by a lady called Marie. If you listen to my other podcast, we had her on as a guest, and just like an unbelievable story. And she does a lot for the community, whether it be helping getting like sex workers off the street or taking people through this day program she's got called Aspirations, which is like non-12-step based addiction day program for people that are new into recovery. And she does so much for so many people. I said I wanted to run a marathon. And you're like, reach out to an addiction charity. Jump straight on it, and she's all over it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to get a place
Yeah.
for the marathon next year.
Yeah, great.
And a little bit scared about that, mate, because I'm not a very
Mate,
good
to
runner.
be fair, when you was in active addiction, probably some nights you probably would, like your steps would probably equate to a marathon. You know what I mean?
I reckon I definitely got my heart rate into that zone.
Yeah, I
3.
reckon so.
Yeah.
I reckon you've done a 26 miles on a 2-day bender. You know what I mean? Pacing up and down.
Pacing up and down kitchens.
Pacing up and down kitchens. I reckon you have, yeah. So I reckon you've got it in you, mate.
I do too. Plus, mate, it's all about
Plus,
determination.
when you was going into rehab and you were really skinny and that, you did have the physique of like an Ethiopian marathon runner.
Yeah, no, I did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So
have an incredibly low body fat percentage. It's just the cardiovascular that scares me a little.
well, listen, you know, you're talking about all weights and this and I'm going to get big and all this. You got to forget about all that if you're running a marathon, mate.
No, tell you what I'm going to do, because next year's marathon will be like 2 months before my wedding. So what I'm going to do is, normally I'll do like a bulk and a cut. I'm going to swerve the cut this year. I'm just going to bulk hard till like January.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use the marathon training as the cut.
Okay.
So I'm going to get massive first. And then by the time the marathon comes around, I'm going to be like,
I'd say
lean.
as a you know, former marathon runner myself.
Former marathon runner.
Well,
you have run a marathon once.
exactly. So that's not a lie, is it?
How'd you get on? Good time?
Not the best because
okay.
I was also a chubby little gearhead at the time.
Okay,
Yeah, not the best, mate. Obviously, I run it with the YSB,
yeah.
the Young School Bastard, aka the Plum, and we run it for Orchid, who are a cancer charity. Because if you don't know, one thing that is very impressive about our mate the Plum is that he is a cancer survivor.
Yes, mate.
He is, and it happened when he was young.
Yeah, mate, it's mad.
He was probably what 19, 20 maybe at the
Maybe
time.
even younger than that.
Maybe even younger at the time. But, you know, caught it early and done his chemo, and, mate, now he's like, you know, living unbelievable life.
Yeah.
And the only thing he lost was one bollock, really.
Exactly, mate. But this is it. The one that's left is a powerful bollock.
He's a powerful bollock, mate. He goes, I've only got one, but it's fucking powerful, mate. Goes, fucking, imagine the war. Imagine the danger I'd do with two, mate. Fucking hell, I'd take over the world, mate. Yeah.
So,
Because he was worried that, I mean, we said about this on the podcast before, he's worried about, like, because he just had one ball. I think they froze, like, loads of his sperm and that. so
just
that-
in case.
Just in case.
Yeah, powerful bollock.
And that's when he was like, it's
Wallop.
a powerful bollock,
yeah,
mate.
wallop, one bang.
Well, yeah. So, but we run it. I run it with him, and we didn't really do the training and that properly. Like, we do a long run every week. We thought it was like, oh, we want to get for under 4 hours, but we was never ever really timing ourselves or whatever. When we was doing it, his knee went, like, I think round about Canary Wharf
On the run.
on the run, and he was like coming down the embankment. He was like in tears, you know, like that face he does. Like,
Yeah.
oh no, mate, I'm going to have to stop. Mate, no, I'm going to have to stop. I was like, come on, mate, you've only got one bollock. You should be flying around here. I've got two, mate, weighing me down.
Getting
Do you
in
know
the
what I
way.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of chafage.
Like, come on. But, you know, we dragged each other around. Yeah, it was, mate, it's an unbelievable experience.
Mate, I used to go up there every year for like a piss up.
Oh,
And
mate,
it's such
yeah.
a good day out.
Such a good day out. Yeah, if you're going for a piss up, yeah.
So one funny thing about you and the Plum running that marathon, every time someone pointed a camera, he went like this.
Irons, yeah.
And I
done
spoke
it.
to him about it after.
We saw-
and he's like, I don't know why I kept doing it.
Yeah, we saw like my mum, and he was like, it's like, mate, like, she ain't even into the football.
It was the same. Do you remember he done that boxing match for the whole night? Whenever someone took a photo of him, he went,
Yeah,
put his fist
yeah.
up for the fight.
But I tell you what, that was great. That was a great experience. But I tell you, for our longest run, we run from Brentwood to Southend. We run down the A127.
Did ya?
Mate, not our brightest side there, because we're running down there. And he's like, hey, Jamesy. He goes, if one of these fucking cars comes off the road, we're toast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it's not a great idea, but I would, mate, I'd map out the runs and I'd go, oh, right, you know, from Brentwood High Street to Southend Seafront,
How many miles?
I think it's like 18, 20 miles or whatever.
Good run. What'd you get, train back?
No, someone picked us up. Can't remember who's picked us up now. But, yeah, it weren't a bike, because if a car come off, yeah, we would have been.
So I like the sound of that. You run to a specific destination.
Yeah.
Not like run halfway and then run back.
We done Brentwood to Rumford once. I think that was about 15 miles maybe.
Purpose of Romford is 6 miles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, we done Brentwood to Rumford and back.
And back, there you
so,
go,
yeah,
yeah.
about half
So
marathon.
what I'm saying is, I think what would be a good way of like incentives, like, oh, you can't turn back, is if I got my missus to like drop me off 10 miles away. And then
yeah.
I've just got to run home.
Yeah, like SAS who dares wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's like, you can't give up.
No, you just have to.
You have to go.
Yeah.
Right, so talk to me. Never been a runner, mate. Never been a good runner. How do I start? How do I proceed?
I would say go out and get a training regime, for sure.
Yeah, from
go
her.
out and get the gear. I'll spend a good bit of money on some trainers. You want also, I would say, get the running short, get the cycling shorts because you chafe like a fucker.
So I've got shorts that have got them like built in.
Yeah. Cool.
Are they good?
Yeah, I reckon that's good. But you want to get on the thing. Listen, the weights and all that, you're going to lose muscle. You just are. But you're going to look slender and slimmer for it, for sure.
I'll have to get massive first.
Yeah, but ain't about that though, mate. It's like, I just think stop kidding yourself that you're going to get hench because I've heard that for the last 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean?
I'm a little bit hench.
Yeah, listen, you're muscular, yeah, but...
So what I'm saying is, most important thing is that I look sick on my wedding day.
Okay.
If I'm weighing out all these readies for this photographer,
Yeah.
I'm going to be looking
Well,
good.
listen, suits look better when you're slim rather than hench. They actually do. There's nothing... Do you ever go to a wedding and you like, if you ever see like proper Jew-said geezer, like really
Where the
orange,
buttons are like
and he's
popping.
wearing like
Yeah.
a suit, and it's like, and he's wearing a suit from like Top Man.
It looks like them guys from the NFL draft.
Yeah, no, he looks like you know them geezers that was that meme once of the 4 of them.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Are they? Do you know what were they
With the
called?
jack-ups.
With the jack-ups, yeah.
But don't, mate. That went all the other
That's
way
how
for one of them
hench
geezers.
geezers. That's how hench geezers look in suits. It's not good. Like
did
if
have
you're
really small clothes on,
suits, you think the people that look best in suits are people that are a little bit skinny or whatever. You know, like mod look. That looks great.
Yeah, okay. All right, sweet. So I'll just waste my time getting hench for a year and then lose it all running.
So you're going to do it for aspirations.
Gonna do it for aspirations, mate. Me and Max, my co-host on the other pod.
Nice, mate. And listen, who knows? Jamesy may well make an appearance as well.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
But for another charity, who knows? I don't know.
So yeah,
Watch your space.
well done to everyone who run the marathon. And yeah, maybe, just maybe, if everything works out, I'll be with you next year.
Yeah, exactly. But it's been a really good weekend anyway for sport, isn't it? You had the marathon and then you had Eubank Ben.
What a tear up!
Yeah, fantastic, mate.
What
Really good.
a tear up!
And I feel like it's the first time that I felt happy for both of them because I thought, do you know what's really nice about this fight? You're sort of well and truly out of your dad's shadows now.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, you've become sort of stars in your own right. You've had a real dust up where, you know, all people, Eubank and Ben, people always throw that sort of the nepotism thing at them. And listen, they have had that opportunity more because of the foundations that their dads made. But I'm like, look, these are two tough boys.
I don't think anyone expected that.
I didn't expect it. I've got to be honest. I thought it was going to be a bit of an anticlimax. I thought that the size would be a bit too much and that Ben would not really be able to... I didn't think Ben would be able to be that competitive in that fight.
Mate, what a fucking fight.
And when I was
don't
there...
think I've seen a fight that good.
Yeah, it's great. And they see their faces after. Their
Yeah.
faces are both afterwards.
Well, I was
So
saying
mashed
this,
up.
I was saying this to my missus.
So swollen. That's how you know they've both taken loads and loads
Yeah.
of punches.
I was saying this to my missus. You know, like in school and that, it was like whoever looks the most fucked after the fight lost the fight.
Yeah.
I think that should come into it with the judges. Right? So you're looking, you're like, right, who's the most exhausted
Yeah.
and whose face looks the most battered, and then the other person gets a point.
Right. Almost like it's a street fight.
Yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, fucking hell. You all right, mate? Yeah, you should see the other geezer.
You see the other geezer.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the marker that says who won the fight. I think they should take
Yeah.
it. And if so, I think Conor Ben looked I think Eubank looked a bit more beaten up. He had the cut. Apparently he broke his jaw.
Could be right, mate. It's hard to disagree with you, to be honest.
Isn't it? It's a factor.
I like that. I like that thinking.
Yeah.
When I was there, it looked like a draw to me, but I've not watched the fight back.
Yeah. I think Ben come out and won the first few because he was just way more busy.
Yeah.
Towards the end, I think Eubank did win a few rounds, but there's no way he won that fight by 4 rounds.
No,
It
not
was
a
one
chance.
or two, if
not
anything.
a chance. And when we was there, the scorecards come out so quick, and I thought they've come out very quick there. And therefore, I mean, this is the thing with boxing and why there's always so much controversy around it, and people say corruption because it's very much when you're scoring. Unless someone wins by knockout, you're then judging it round by round, and it's subjective. It's subjective. You know, you could score the round 10-9. That's how you sort of roughly, you know, just score it. If the other person has won the round, they get 10, and the other person who's not won a round
Unless
gets
the
9.
other guy's been knocked
and
down
then
a
you
couple
add
of
them
times.
up, and that's why it seems it's always a little bit But I didn't see Eubank winning by 4 clear rounds. No.
Look, that's my only problem with boxing. It's just like, that's what I like about the UFC. Pretty much whoever won the fight wins the fight.
Yeah.
And it ain't like that in boxing. There's always these big upsets, and like you said, it's very subjective.
Yeah, of course it is.
And it pisses me off a little bit. But mate, great spectacle.
Great spectacle.
I feel like great show.
It's probably the best boxing event I've been to in terms of the fight. The atmosphere in there was unbelievable, and it made you feel quite proud to be British. To be honest, you think these are
Tottenham fan.
Yeah, but that was not too much come into it really. Like, yeah, whatever.
It's a great stadium.
Yeah, great stadium, and it's a little bit smaller than Wembley. I think some of the atmosphere gets lost in Wembley, whereas this was great. But yeah, it made you feel proud to be British. It was great to see Eubank Senior turning up.
Yeah.
He's
off his nut, isn't he?
Yeah, Rastafari.
Rastafari.
Yeah, Rastafari.
That is my son, Rastafari.
Oh, he's always going to be here. No, who's always
He's
going
not
to be
Irish, mate.
Yeah. Who's always going to be here?
That's
Rastafari.
my son, me boy, Rastafari.
But he was there. And
mad though, I'd never really heard Eubank Jr. talk, and he sounds exactly like his dad.
When Eubank Senior turned up, the pay-per-view numbers went through the roof.
Did they?
Yeah. They like...
A little publicity stunt.
Yeah, so listen, if the Saudis have probably gone, yeah, I was 100 bags turn up, mate. I don't know.
Nothing to the Saudis.
Exactly. But you think for the amount of pay-per-view buys that they would do off the back of that, it's worth the investment, isn't it?
Well worth the investment. That's just marketing, mate.
So that is marketing. But it's typical of them big boxing events. You go there, mate, so many people fighting in the stands.
Were they?
Yeah, you do. I mean, when you go there, it is full of... I mean, boxing, obviously, there's a certain demographic of people that are into boxing, aren't they? And they're obviously the sort of demographic that are more likely to fucking do drugs and have a tear up.
Yeah.
And that's what happened, I suppose.
Always like a testosterone-fueled environment. People are having fights, so people feel like they can fight. Why is it at boxing events people just all of a sudden think they're tougher than they actually are?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I even feel like I could have a fight when I'm at the boxing.
Really? Don't do that to me, to be honest.
No, I mean, I'm not going to, but it does like sort of get you a bit fucking...
I know what you mean.
Innit?
People, yeah, they just...
Yeah.
But that's you can tell that's people that don't usually go to watch boxing. I guarantee people that are fighting are people that don't usually go watch boxing.
Okay. They've just got to be excited.
Because they, get carried away a bit like you said there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I do.
The only
I can see it.
The only criticism I got about the Eubank Benn fight is, between each round, you have the ring girls that come up.
Oh my God, I saw this.
They hold up the nub like round one and then walk round like that. Nice little, usually got a nice little outfit on, little something for the dads, right? Instead of that, they had lookalikes. They had fucking Ed Sheeran lookalike, David Beckham lookalike. Utter woke nonsense.
Jamesy, I didn't realise that's what it was. I just see a geezer in a suit. And I was like, where's the ring girls?
Yeah.
So what is this? Is it a Saudi thing? That they don't want to show women walking around?
I don't know.
Was it woke or was it religion? Either way, it disappointed me.
Yeah.
I didn't realise they were funny. Now you mention it. The
But
geezer
listen,
looked like Beckham.
Yeah, no, he was a Beckham fucking lookalike.
Now I get it. Okay.
But
it's
listen,
ridiculous.
Let's have a think, right? Let's say that it was down to the Saudis, that they had the lookalikes instead of the ring girls. Still have the girls, but if the Saudi, don't know, maybe put them in a burqa or something, if that's the issue there.
Yeah, or just don't show that bit on telly.
Listen, we all, we're still up for seeing the ring girls if they've got lovely eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah and no. I understand what you're saying.
Do you see what I mean, though?
It's just a part of it. You know what I mean?
Give us a little something, Saudi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if you want to do it your style and have the girls in the burqa with the I don't know what it's called. I'm not going to have a guess because that will sound racist. But even if you want to go that, like, just do that, but with girls that got really lovely eyes, we can all be like, oh, she got lovely
nice
eyes. You know what I mean?
Good eyes.
Don't want to see a fucking Ed Sheeran look
No,
alike.
I don't either, mate. And it's very, very disappointing.
I don't even get turned on by the real Ed Sheeran.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Be right if the real Beckham was there, though. Oh, he's a geezer, isn't he?
Yeah, maybe have the ring. Yeah, but if it was them, it'd be a bit funner. But the lookalikes, I thought, what is this bollocks?
Nah, it's a liberty. Was
It's
it
a
for every
liberty.
fight or was it just for the last one?
for every fight.
For every fight?
Yeah.
Oh, Jamesy, that's really disappointing me.
It's really disappointing me.
Yeah.
Because that is one that, it is, you know, like, and nowadays with the ring girls, back in the day, they used to have them in proper like bikinis,
Yeah,
right?
thongs.
Which I think that's a bit too much. But nowadays they have them more in like a sports sort of outfit.
Little gym outfit.
They have your little gym outfit. They have the hot pants and then they have like the sports bra on.
Yeah.
So it's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're well covered up enough. It's not like pornographic.
Yeah, I just don't think. I think that's a bit of like boxing history that I think it's cool.
We can't lose that. We can't lose that.
I think the girls are all right with that as well. You know.
Of course they are. They love it.
But also, if we're talking equality and all them sort of things, you're taking jobs there away from hardworking girls that do modelling for a living.
Put the grafting in the gym.
Put the grafting in the gym.
They want to get their bodies out.
Exactly. You're taking money, you're taking jobs away from, you know what I mean, female ring girls and giving it to some Ed Sheeran lookalike.
You sound like any Aluko.
Well, funny you should say that. You a fan of any Aluko?
No, mate. No, I'm not.
Got to be careful what you say.
You got to be careful about what you say about any Aluko. She will sue you.
She will. We can't name names, but I do know she's taking legal action against a content creator that we know.
Yeah.
For comments that he's made or whatever. So you've got to be careful.
Yeah, I've got to be careful,
with
mate.
any.
She's quick to jump on any sort of form of discrimination, but she does not discriminate herself. She jumps on the bandwagon, mate, and she will sue you.
Well, listen, one thing I'd say is she gets a lot of criticism, doesn't she, Annie? And I don't really want to criticise her anymore because I think she gets enough of it. And I think...
I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, if someone's getting a lot of criticism from a lot of different angles, they probably deserve it.
Well, no, I don't know if they deserve it, but I think maybe you've got to listen to it a little bit.
Yeah.
Is she getting it? But one thing Annie has done, right? So basically, Annie Aluko, she can't come out and sort of dug out Ian Wright, didn't she?
It was just an outrageous thing to do.
So Ian Wright has rejected Annie Aluko's apology over comments she made about him blocking opportunities for women in football. Former England striker Aluko told BBC Radio 4's Woman Hour that Wright, who is a regular pundit on women's football, needs to be aware of how much he's doing, as there are limited spaces in the women's game. Oh, do you know what? I see that and I was like, Annie, sweetheart.
What are you doing?
Literally, you could have sent for anyone other than Ian Wright.
Yeah.
Anyone other than Ian Wright. Mate, even Spurs fans love Ian Wright.
Is an absolute legend, an advocate for the women's game.
Yeah, and him being a pundit on the women's game brings more eyes to it.
Of course it does. It legitimises the women's game. It's the best
Well,
thing.
I wouldn't say it legitimises it.
I'm going to put it out there. Ian Wright is the best thing about women's football.
Okay, well, that's a big statement.
Huge statement.
Yeah.
It will get me to watch it, or at least be interested
Any
in what the
women that are
pundits are saying.
listening, I don't think that. I think the best things about women's football are the women.
Is Ian Wright?
No, are the women.
It is. It's
are the
Ian Wright.
great footballing women.
I'm just saying.
Well done.
It caught me out again the other day. Man United, Chelsea. I click on the thing. It's not Man United, Chelsea. It's Man United women versus Chelsea women. That is not Man United v Chelsea.
Do you know what does me? I remember a couple of years ago, I was on the transfer news, yeah? And they're like, Spurs sign world-class striker. And I'm like, fucking yes, get in there. I went on there. It was for the women's team. And I was like, oh, and obviously, like, I don't want to be like misogynistic or whatever the word is. So I'm like, oh, yeah, good. No, nice. Go on the girls. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, that's just what we needed.
Josh, that is not Spurs. It's not. It's a completely different game. It's a completely different sport.
I like
it too.
Listen,
when the Lionesses won the Euros,
yeah, love it.
I fucking buzzed off it. I watched the whole game. I'm like, go on, girls, the passion. Well, she's swinging the shirt around her head with a little label hanging out of sports bra, bless her. I'm like, yes, mate, I loved it. It brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah.
Right? I am not anti women doing well in sport.
I actually know, you know, with people, because people give women's football a hard time. I actually do like watching the odd women's game, and especially when the girls are playing England, people might go, oh, you're talking bollocks. No, I actually do like. And also, I think when you're talking about women pundits, right, we had the OSB onto us. I was like, what do you think about female pundits? I've got to be honest, mate, I don't think it really matters that much to care how much people care about it. You know what I mean? Like I just don't think it does. Like if a woman pundit's talking on the male's game, yeah, I think probably the blokes that have played at that level are more qualified to talk about it. But does it bend me out of shape that much? Nah, not really. And I don't think it's that big a deal.
But this is it. Look, if we're gonna take what any Aluko said into, like, let's fucking break it down a little bit more. If Ian Wright's taking a woman's job, then that lady pundit is taking an ex-pro man's job that's played the men's game. That is, let's have it right, probably more qualified
it's
to
the
talk
same
about
thing,
it.
yeah.
So the hypocrisy from this woman is audacious.
Whoa, calm down, because we don't want a legal letter.
Fuck.
No, you got to rephrase that.
Just saying.
Just saying, it does, some would say, maybe not
okay.
you.
Right, so, yeah, let's word it so we can't get cancelled.
No. So I think what you're trying to say there, Chris, is that maybe not your point of view on this, but maybe what some people will argue is her saying about him taking jobs away from female pundits. Actually, if she's on punditry for a men's game, she's doing the same thing for a male pundit. So some people might argue that is a little bit hypocritical.
Good, well done, well put.
There you go.
Nice. I'm not going to say anything about this unless I've got a solicitor present.
Yeah.
But
she'll come for your tiling firm, mate.
talking sense, and let's have it right. You can't cancel my tiling firm, mate. We're number one in the game.
What if Eddie Aluko sues you and takes over top line tiling? That'd be great, wouldn't it?
I don't think she's got it in her, mate.
But I've got just like anyone but Righty.
No, what are you doing?
So I've actually put a list together for any Aluko, right, of other football pundits that you could have criticised and people, you would have got away with it.
Yeah, okay, go.
Robbie Savage.
Send away.
Michael Owen.
Useless.
Jermaine Genus.
Oh, he's no good.
Oh, mate.
He's no good.
And as well, the girls would love you for that one because he's been sending pictures of his willy about.
What's he been doing? Dick pics.
I don't know.
He got cancelled, right?
Yeah, I think he just loves the birds, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves all that. Martin Keown.
Yeah. You know what? Surprisingly well spoken.
Yeah. Hard to look at, though.
Tough to look at, mate.
Looks like he's out Notre Dame. What's his
got a face
name?
for radio. Quasimodo.
Yeah, I don't mind listening to him on TalkSport, but I don't want him on my telly. Do you know what I mean?
My old man said once, he was like, oh, fuck, you'd invite him round if you wanted to scare your kids.
Yeah, he'd make a good scarecrow, wouldn't he?
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, he'd be a good scarecrow. And he follows me on Instagram, but some might argue Jamie O'Hara.
Jamie O'Hara. Yeah, I like Jamie O'Hara.
I like Jamie O'Hara.
Great golfer as well.
But the thing with Jamie O'Hara is he gets people at it, doesn't he? Like winds people
He's a wind-up.
He's a wind-up merchant.
His mates were Bullard.
Yeah.
He's that sort of geezer.
Yeah, he's a wind-up merchant.
Yeah.
You know, so some people would say Jamie O'Hara. But yeah, if you had those pundits, if you had a pop of those pundits, I don't think you'd maybe have all this backlash.
No, what is she playing at, man? I'm glad Righty ain't accepted the apology.
Yeah, because you think about it as well, how much you reckon Righty has helped her out as well? Loads. Especially being, I mean, she always says that, sort of puts it down to sort of misogyny and racism, why she gets a stick, which is, listen, in some cases, I'm sure it is that, but then there are largely people that just think she's not very good at doing it. And so how much do you think, given that, how much would have Ian Wright helped her out? Do you know what I mean?
Loads. And not just that, as I'm like researching this and looking at a couple of videos people put together, there's like loads of photos of them two together, laughing and joking. He must feel so betrayed by these comments.
Betrayed.
I feel for him, man.
I feel for him.
Like, he's an ambassador for the women's game. He's got a granddaughter that he coaches.
He actually does I've got him on Instagram.
He does loads, mate.
Right, he follows me. So
Does he?
Yeah, we're sort of like...
Go on, mate.
That's probably the most, when I see feet like who follows you, that's probably the best one.
Yeah.
Ian Wright.
Yeah, he's a G.
Trying to think, Ian Wright, Eddie Hearn. Do you know what I mean?
I've got a piece of Ian Wright news, but I don't know if I want to share it on the podcast. It's really good.
Is it derogatory to Ian Wright?
Not in the slightest. If anything, I'm going to get sent for it.
Ah, okay.
Should I say it?
Go on.
I'm going to say it. You can cut it out if you feel like you have to. Before my mum and dad were together, my mum snogged Ian Wright. Yeah, mate.
Yes, go on, girl.
Yeah, mate. Way back in the 80s.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, people do say you look mixed race.
There you go. And look,
Don't they?
my old man's actually like buzzing about
No,
it.
your
It's
old
like his
man-
claim to fame is like Sue's lips.
Mate,
Ian.
your old man could be Ian Wright. I seen you down at the five-a-side.
No, look, it was way before.
Snogged him. Where did that happen?
Well, I don't know if it was like a proper snog, but they shared a kiss.
Really?
Yeah, probably in Islington somewhere. My mum's from around that, wasn't she?
Yeah, of course. But he's South London, isn't he? Ian Wright.
Well, mate, he obviously got around. He
Oh,
moved
mate.
north. He moved north for the evening.
He's like ludicrous. He's got hoes in different area codes. my man's got girls in north, east, south, and west.
Yeah. My mum is East, Tottenham fan. But like Dalston, Hackney,
Yeah.
what's that one?
Yeah, loads of Spurs in Hackney, mate.
No. Yeah, that's it. So she used to go over there. First game I went to, Tottenham, Liverpool. Got beat 3-1. Should we
So
mention?
what ages were they?
What?
When they had this little...
I don't know, like maybe like 5 years before she met my old man. Something like that.
Was they that...
I don't know,
they
man. I
dating?
wasn't born. No, they weren't dating. They weren't dating.
Okay, so it's just like a one-night thing.
No, it was like I knew I should have mentioned it. It was just like a one kiss thing.
Right, you dirty dog.
Yeah.
It's one kiss.
Yeah.
Love
So
that.
bad.
So you've been told. Oh, that is blinding. That is blinding.
The things I do for this podcast.
Susie White, or should we call her Susie Wright?
Oh, fantastic.
Love that.
Good story, innit?
That's a great stuff.
I'll see if I can get some more information.
Thank you. No, that's enough. That's enough.
Leave it there.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
That's all right, mate. Look, that's what I'm saying. I am fully invested in this podcast.
Of course you are.
I'm willing to say things like that for views.
And listen, we may be starting a Patreon soon. So if you want more stories like that, we're probably going to hold those stories back for the Patreon in
There you go.
future. Just letting you know.
If you do sign up to our Patreon, which isn't live yet, so don't go looking for it right now, there'll be a lot more stuff like that. Behind the scenes, bit deeper, bit darker.
My mum's a sweet lady. And we was watching that Aluko sort of story the other day on the news, and she went, "Oh, I wonder if she's ever just considered a job that doesn't require talking." And I thought, that's, maybe.
Like an admin role.
I don't know, maybe something she's not like, I don't know,
Yeah.
where she doesn't.
Don't think she's cut out for it. And that's actually really nice.
Well, no,
from,
you don't know. Look, don't say she's not cut out for it, because you don't, say she's having a bit of difficulty.
I'm going to stop talking about her because I'm probably going to get myself cancelled.
Yeah, I think we'd be. Do you think we've been all right with that, Elle? Yeah, I've listened. That is, she gets a lot of criticism. Criticism's not coming from us, by the way. I just think, just of all people, don't have a go at Righty. You know what I mean?
No,
don't have a
you're
go at
barking up
Righty.
the wrong tree.
You're barking up the wrong tree. But listen, we wish her the best with her punditry career. And I'll stick my neck out there. I'm definitely pro female pundits in football. I'm not one of these people that's not. So, yeah, that's that really. But you've got another bit of sporting news to tell me about.
Yeah, mate. Well, look, we've been talking about racing, and funny enough, we was talking about the plumber's powerful bollock. So it ties in quite nicely. Have you seen this weekend was the world's first sperm race?
Well, I hadn't, mate, but you told me about it.
Have you heard about this?
I was on the phone to him last night. I was like, "Oh, what are we going to talk about tomorrow, mate?" He was like, "Seen this sperm race," and I was like, "I think I flicked on it through a reel like on Instagram." I was like, "Do you really want to talk about that?" He's like, "Mate, I think we've got to talk about it." What? Like it's the fucking president of the United States getting shot. You know what I mean? It's like we can't not talk about this.
I just feel like it's a little bit on brand with us. You know?
But you said it. It's like, mate, we can't not talk about it.
It's a little bit naughty.
You basically delivered it like fucking it's like the first moon landing.
Well, look,
you know
funny
what I
enough,
mean?
mate. So what we're actually, the whole point of it,
So
is
how
to
have they-
the whole point of it is to break the stigma and get people talking a little bit about making the people aware.
Go on, you tell me about it.
No, just listen. The average sperm count in males across the world has dropped 52% over the last 30 years.
And what is that down to?
It's like, Well, I don't know what it's down to. There's like a certain amount of number, which was like average, however many years ago. Now it's 52% of that number. So people's sperm counts are getting lower, whether it's the things we're eating, being like on screens all the time and not going out and doing physical shit, boozing, taking,
booze.
Who knows what it is, but it's on the decline. If it keeps going this way, eventually, no matter how powerful your bollock is, you're not going to be able to conceive a child.
Wow.
So these two students have tried to sort of break the stigma and get people talking about it. That's what the whole thing's about.
Ah, right? Okay, nice.
So basically, it was like 2 universities, someone from USC, which is, I don't know, University of Southern California, is it? And then the other one is UCLA, which is the other university in California, in LA.
Yeah.
So these 2 kids have basically not one out in the pot. Then they've got a...
Oh, they put it in a pot?
Yeah. They didn't
they're not standing up and...
No, it's not like live on stage. They've not one out in the pot.
It's not like archery sort of thing.
No.
You know what I mean? Like it was... Yeah.
No, none of that.
Okay.
They've done it discreetly. So anyway,
right, okay.
But in order for the sperm to be super fresh, they couldn't like do it earlier in the day. So they've quickly knocked one out each.
Right.
Then they've got the 2 samples, and these 2 blokes have designed like a microscopic racetrack.
Right, okay.
That's like
nice.
Designed to be like the inside of a woman and the journey that a sperm has to go. It's about 20 centimeters long.
Modelled off of Silverstone
From the pum-pum to the egg.
Nice.
Yeah? It's about 20 centimeters long. So it's all like legit. But there's a couple little turns they have to make and all that.
Nice, okay, couple of hard bends.
It's like, and they're off. And you see the little swimmers going for it, mate.
Really?
It's fucking brilliant. The guy at the top, don't know what the guy's name was, he's went flying out the gates. Like, never seen nothing like it, mate. So quick. The other guys, slow and steady, fucking overtook him.
What ethnicity are these guys?
Both white guys.
Okay, because that's important.
Yeah. This is only the first ever one, mate. I'm sure there's going to be more.
Well, you wait until old...
I was like...
You wait until they get old... Yeah, Usain Bolt involved, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, a couple white guys.
So
anyway, mate, the guy on the bottom track, slow and steady, fucking done the business, mate. Got there. But it was really fucking interesting to see.
Really?
Like, yeah, it's like, go on, bruv, go on. Mate, there was like 5,000... It was in a fucking arena.
Yeah.
Everyone's betting on it. It's like...
Really?
Potentially going to be like
Imagine if you...
the new sport.
Imagine if you could stick that in your accumulator. You know what I mean?
Right, I'll have Connor, Ben, Eubank to go the distance.
Yeah.
Eubank Jr. to win on points. And I'll have the geezer from UFC, Spunk, to get there first.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Little
I'll
twofold.
tell you what, mate, we've got some mates that are so into gambling, I think they would bet on that.
100%. Mate, mugs game and it, all that.
Yeah, I hate all the gambling.
The winner got 10K, there you go.
The winner got 10K?
Yeah.
Because...
it was good.
From who? Who's the...
Mate, it was big money. Ticket sales.
Ticket sales?
It was in an arena, mate.
It was in an arena?
Yeah.
How many people bought tickets for that?
A lot.
Jesus Christ.
A
Do you
lot.
think this is going to be like a new
There
thing
you go,
then?
there's the 2. Oh, no, one of them's not white. One of them's white and the other guy looks Asian of some sort.
And who won, the Asian or the white guy?
Who was it who done the business, Chico?
Why have they got naked on the poster?
Mate,
there's no need for them to
no,
have
they're
their
naked
tops
on the
off.
poster, and the like flyer or like the bit of promo, the writing was white and it was like dripping.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Can I just say that during this chat you crossed your legs at one point, Whiteboy, and I thought your vape, there was a hole in your jeans.
Was my penis?
Yeah,
Really?
and I thought that
My penis is of a lighter colour than that.
is going to be perfect.
Yeah, and it's smaller than an elf bar. Most definitely.
What? Talk for yourself.
Your willy's
bro.
not smaller than an elf bar.
Talk for yourself. No, mate.
Oh, mine is 100%. What, your willy's bigger than that?
Yeah. I mean, like, are we talking girth-wise?
I'm talking like all of it.
Yeah. Way bigger than that, mate.
What, longer and bigger? Show me. What? What did you say?
No, look, I'm not going to sit here and say I've got like a massive dick. I've got like a normal penis.
What is normal though? You know, what is normal?
I think it's like 5.5 inches. but mine's probably bigger than that.
Well, I'm far from normal then.
Yeah. I was just, I was worried when I was a kid because like one of my pals, who's a character on this pod, has got like a massive Hampton.
Yeah, we know.
And I was always
The Shermanator.
I was always expecting like, I don't know, is mine going to fucking like eventually get that big? And then a couple of my other mates, and it was like, obviously like changing. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I thought mine was like really small, but it's because
Yeah.
I was comparing it to like a fucking huge one.
Yeah,
So yeah, made me feel way better about myself after I see some normal ones.
Welcome to my world, mate.
No, I think we're still in different worlds, but
Yeah, no, but
unfortunately, man, look, it's fine. You got a missus. That's,
yeah,
you're done. You're done. You're
don't
right.
matter, does it? Really?
It works. It works.
I've got the personality. So
That's it, mate. If you got the chat, you got the chat.
you got the chat. You got the chat. So yeah, tickets to Hackney Empire, by the way, are pretty much like 70% sold. So we're almost there. You coming to that one, Whiteboy?
100%. I bought my tickets.
Yeah, and tours first leg is sort of all done and dusted now, but yeah, second leg, like places are really filling up now, like Manchester sold, Bristol, Norwich, Liverpool really filling up now. So yeah, if you want to come, guys, I'd say just get a move on. Really, I'd love to see you there. And if you want to come to the big London show, Hackney Empire, 7th of November, there probably is about 300 tickets left. So I would imagine, you know what I mean, that before November that may well fill up. So if you want to get tickets to Hackney Empire, get a move on. What they got to do on YouTube, Whiteboy?
Leave us a like, leave us a comment, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon if you never want to miss an episode.
Lovely stuff. And rates 5 stars on Spotify, 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. And we'll see you all next week. See you later.
Peace.